Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take another look here at XRP. Really to see what's going on. It does look like we are starting to kind of find our bottom with this local point of control. If you kind of zoom out, you can see there's a lot of support at this 240 range. So that may be the tentative bottom, but we want to talk about a few other important factors that may also be present, such as what to look for if you're going to wait for confirmation, and then also, of course, invalidation areas too, in case the price were to decide to turn around. So we got a lot of little things we want to look at. So be sure to hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Love to hear your thoughts, and we'll take it from there. Quick congrats to our community members too for some nice profits on our Premium Plus group. We've got a new automated day trading strategy in place, and the last week's worth of beta testing has been phenomenal. I'm going to send out those results here soon as far as how to properly structure those trade setups, so that way you can kind of maximize your gain on the auto trading. That being said, let's take a quick look at the XRP backend data last 7 days here. We can kind of see there's some heavy concentrations at about 255, upwards of 260, based on liquidation here locally. These late shorts here trying to get lucky. So again, when I say trying to get lucky, not to say that shorts are a bad call, but this coin does appear to be shifting momentum. Looks like it broke free from its descending trend, and there's a good chance we might be back on track. I'm not trying to jump the gun here, of course, but just generally speaking, from a bird's eye view, that's what it looks like. And that being said, we zoom in here, we can see there's a lot of liquidation here at 254, upwards of 260. Some people are going to have a bad day here soon, potentially. Okay. Now again, from a macro perspective, there's not a lot of liquidation locally. So this is, just keep in mind, this is just kind of the local 7-day range. Nothing to get out of control with, just kind of more smaller time frame movements here. Keep in mind too, Bitcoin is rejected very hard off that $100,000 mark. Is maybe trying to retest again here soon. If so, we'll probably see a breakout from XRP. This looks like a very ugly cup and handle pattern too. Key takeaway here is that the liquidation delta is still very bullish, right? So again, that's another reason why you don't really want to short into a trend like this. Not saying that we're necessarily trending super positive. Really, the last 12 to 24 hours, we've only seen higher highs and higher lows. All lower lows and lower highs leading into that. But if you look at this liquidation delta, you can recognize that we have a pretty significant amount of longs in the market versus shorts. So people are more long heavy than they are short heavy. And generally speaking, you want to kind of respect that and you don't want to go against the grain in that regard. Here's something to recognize though. From open interest perspective, we can see 230 is that lower level, and then of course higher level 268. So if you're going to take some longs, you want to secure profits before the open interest areas, because there's a lot of exit liquidity there. When the price action gets to that level, you'll see it pull back and reject initially, because people are trying to get out of their upside down positions. Because again, we got these late longs here at 267. They're going to probably close out when they get close to that, or add to their position and shoot the price action higher to squeeze out some shorts. All that being said, we have more open interest below the price action than above, reaffirming and reiterating that support level. All right, so let's take a look at the back-end, front-end data rather, now that we know what the back-end looks like. And we can kind of recognize a few things here. First of all, outside this outrageous candle wick down, we are seeing a decent amount of pivot or bounce off this local point of control at 230. Okay. And when I say local point of control, just basically ever since December, we've been in this range of $2 plus. We can see that 240, 230, right in that area is that heavy concentration where people add to their position the most, right? Reinforcing support below the price action, and therefore, kind of reinforcing a long might be more viable than a short. However, you want to recognize this too, though, the macro perspective, we are below some important moving averages, the ones that I kind of value for trend setting, and we can see here we're not trending bullishly at all, right? So that's all the more reason why you want to secure profits between now and 260 if you were considering that, because again, we got some resistance / confluence at this 262 to that 0.618 fib level or about 277. So don't get crazy aggressive with your take profit targets on a long if you decide you want to take one, okay? Please recognize that. Having said that, we're all under 50 on the RSI, but most coins are pretty far down. XRP is recovering nicely, so we're kind of seeing that pivot off that lower 30 range of the RSI, which is standard procedure when coins are overextended like this one. All that being said, the 4-hour time frame is telling us some decent stuff, but also not so great. What I mean by that is we've got this descending trend here, pretty obvious with the 20-day SMA. Okay, so I'm just going to draw this little trend line out. Keep in mind, I'm going to update our playout chart and post that on our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. In fact, if you're watching this video, it'll already be uploaded on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, so feel free to check that out, reference those. Links down below if you're curious, but the whole point of me mentioning this is that I generally like to run trend lines concurrent with moving averages. So, you could put on the 20 there, kind of give you perspective that, hey, we're shifting momentum, we're just barely above that. Or you could kind of go a little more realistic, a little more conservative, and use the 50-day SMA too. So the point is here, we're above one moving average, not above the other. We still got some resistance above us, so just keep in mind, again, if you're going to take a long, make sure you watch it close and kind of play it tight. But the truth here is that we're in a situation where it's not a phenomenal like breakout, but we are shifting some momentum. We're right here at about 50 in the RSI, implying we're testing that resistance range of 250. We can also recognize stochastic is swinging up. MACD finally converged here recently, and being above the 20, we got like, what is it, 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10 reasons why the price action is more likely to go higher than lower on the short-term perspective. Okay, I'm not proposing we're going to see $5 for XRP in a week or two, like I'm assuming most other people are probably telling you. So again, just to be very realistic, we're breaking bullish, but we're not there. We're still mostly bearish. Okay, hourly time frame. Let's see if there's anything super amazing here, which there is, but there isn't. Let me explain. So the Ichimoku cloud is a super awesome confirming factor for me that I typically like to use when taking trades, kind of for trend reversals. It helps me identify that. And right now we can kind of see the lagging span's free and clear, letting us know that we have a breakout that's more likely to go higher than lower. In other words, we had this local high here, broken and essentially retested, right? Hasn't closed above, but we got the concept is true there, right? We established a higher high so far. So we've got that higher high. We've got the lagging span, this is the cloud itself. We are within the cloud. Generally construed as a no buy zone, but again, from a momentum standpoint, the conversion line is above the baseline here, right? So we've got 2 out of 3 reasons why this momentum has been shifting, and that's, again, a long makes more sense than a short position on the lower time frames, okay? So again, if you are a swing trader, you're going to hold for weeks, you may not want to consider a long position to the upside with aggressive price targets, right? You don't put your targets at $3, $4, $5. It would make a lot more sense to secure profits between now and wherever it is that we're going, which of course, if you can kind of see here, based on open interest, 260 to 270, that 0.618 fib levels right there at 277. We got some liquidation here incentivizing the price to go to about 260. So my money's on 260. So hypothetically, a long from here to 260 puts you at about a 5% gain, right? With 5x leverage, that's a 25% play. Okay, so those are generally kind of the margins I like to look for and trade within. So if I'm going to take a trade like that, that's what I'm going to be looking for. But again, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin and how well or poorly it's going to be doing. As you can kind of see, XRP is a very similar price structure to Bitcoin. And the good thing about it is it's not like 2x of the downside like most coins. Most coins are responding worse to the downside and only barely moving up by 0.5% concurrent with Bitcoin. XRP seems to be a 1-to-1 ratio, so there is that going for it as well. All right, so that's what we got there, folks. What are your thoughts? Why don't you comment below, let me know what you're planning to do with this trade. Feel free to join the ridiculous trading bots down below, or sorry, the scammer bots, rather. I actually have a trading bot, and it's a lot different. Performs nicely. Future reference too, I'm going to be posting later today to my Plus community some really nice formatting for our Cornix bot to maximize the auto trading for the Plus group. Okay, so we got some really nice profits in there. I've been beta testing it for a couple weeks and it's been looking pretty good. Anyways, be tuned in or stay tuned for that. Either way, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you learned something today. Comment below. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.